Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour. Let's talk about a corporate conversation. Last week, Laxmi Organic Industries entered into a global sourcing agreement with Hitachi Energy. Rajan Venkatesh, who is the Managing Director and CEO at Laxmi Organic, is joining us now to discuss this, to understand the revenue potential of the global contract with Hitachi. The second point to discuss would be demand outlook for refrigerants as a segment overall for the company, and also is the worst over in terms of industry dynamics as well. Rajan, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. Before I talk to you about the company overall, let's talk about this particular contract. What is the potential of this contract that you have with Hitachi? What's the asset turn you're expecting? Do you think in future you can expand this to the Indian entity as well? And when you say 40 to 60% of fluorination revenues would come by FY26, is this deal included in that?
Again, thank you for having me and Laxmi Organic on your show. You've already started with multiple elements of your question. So let me just break it down point by point. First is the entire fluorination platform that we had established at our Lote Parshuram site. This was a relocation of the assets of Miteni that we had acquired in 2019. And what we had laid out for ourselves is to achieve peak revenues of up to 200 crores by FY27. So now in FY26, the focus is to be close to about 40 to 50% of that peak revenues. So that's somewhere between the 80 to 100 crores. And that is what we are chugging. The second lens is that platform provided us obviously in the space of liquids and solids. But that also gave us from our technology capability also the gaseous thing. And that is where we have taken a big step forward, is what you called out, with Hitachi Energy, where we are going to be the global supplier for them for an SF6 replacement. Now, SF6 is used in power transmission as an arc quencher. And the product that we are going to be supporting Hitachi with globally is also going to have the same functionality. And I think we are very, very excited to have Hitachi as the lead partner in this journey of ours. And we will do this in phases. So the first wave of Capex is what we called out, 75 crores. Asset turn we anticipate to be close to about 1.2x. What we have also done very prudently is we had a Capex layout of about 1,100 crores. The midpoint of expenditure is happening now as we speak. We have been actually very prudent in the way we have laid out this Capex. So this 75 crores of Capex, which was not part of the 1,100 crores, is now can be accommodated in that Capex layout. So that's the way we are looking at it. I think you had also an element, can this be expanded? Yes, we certainly have the ambition to also see, and Hitachi recently signed their SF6 with Power Grid. So that's the first time they have really made that order entry into India. So we remain also very excited. How can we support their growth also domestically? We also have the opportunity to supply other majors similar to Hitachi because the IP and know-how for this technology remains with Laxmi. So that's the way we are approaching this entire space. And it becomes an important new growth engine for Laxmi in the fluorination space.
Got that. Very well explained, Mr. Venkatesh. So just one word on the Capex. You said the 75 crore Capex will be incorporated in the broader 1,100 crore Capex that you had outlined earlier. But you also said that Capex for this particular order for Hitachi will be increased progressively. So what will be the incremental Capex that you will require? And will you be able to accommodate that within 1,100, or will there be a change to the overall Capex number?
No, I think so. The lens is when we established our fluorination platform, it was a growth engine. And we've been calling that out also in the past. With the Miteni assets that we relocated to India, the peak revenues was only up to 200 crores. So I think for newer growth opportunities, and Hitachi being one of them, while we have been prudent and been able to accommodate this within that 1,100 crores, but as we also expand our ambition into fluorination, we will need obviously additional Capex, and this might be outside of the privy of the 1,100 crores. But what we are really focused on is really on the asset turns. So ideally, we would look at asset turns on our specialty vertical around 1 to 2. So we will try and over-index closer to the 1.2 to 1.5, and also really achieve EBITDAs closer to the 23 to 25% for additional capexes or new capexes that we will lay out in our fluorination business.
Rajan, good morning. Thank you for joining in. Your overseas business, particularly in Europe, your contribution has increased from that geography in the first quarter, while America has seen a decline. Now, does this trend continue because of more demand coming in from Europe? What's the situation you have witnessed on ground in this quarter? Because we are almost coming to the end of this one as well.
Right. So first and foremost, our European business has been an important pillar because we have tank operations in Antwerp and also in Genova. Primarily, the focus in this tank operations has been our essentials business, but we also have direct business with various multinationals in Europe. I think calling out also North America, thankfully, the range of products that we are servicing North America are outside the privy of the current tariffs. So that also is certainly not materially impacting us while it is developing, as we all know, as we speak. So that's been really our strategy. We have double-clicked also on capability building in our European space. So I believe as Europe is also, as you guys are all aware, Europe and other geographies are also going through a large restructuring in the chemical space. And that is where we continue to see opportunities to piggy bank and also tap with our cost positions and already presence on the ground.
We leave the conversation here for now. Thank you very much for joining in. Wish you all the best. We'll get into a break on that note. On the other side, we'll put the spotlight on media matrix worldwide in our special segment, Under the Lens.